Welcome to Bedtime Stories from Yammy TV. And we're going to take it back. We're going to take it way back where I was all alone behind the door once again. And it was 91, 92, 93 season. Isle of Wight tour, all three prisons. So during this time, at this moment, in this jail, Ambrose Mendy, Jamie Lawrence, the footballer, Delroy Matthews, the professional boxer. I've done a story on him once. I'm going to remind you a lot about that one because some of you missed it in the early videos, right? But I keep forgetting that this guy is one of my top fighters of all time and probably one of my besties as well, if you get what I mean. Right. Also there, Danny Mullins, Paul Edmonds, also there. And also there, my boy, Ronnie Fontaine, my boy who died tragically during a crime. Shows you when you do badness, how badness comes back to bite you back. That's why I try to steer you all away from crime, from the things that can happen in that life. But I did love Ronnie Fontaine with all my heart. A proper geezer, if some of you ever met him, right? Also there, Cliff Airy. Also there, me, BG from Northwest, right? Northwest BG, Barry Weeks, I think his name is, my boy though, yeah? Howard Rose, Nookie, rest in peace, who died tragically during a murder with his missus in Stonebridge in years gone by. Nookie was a good guy as well, funny guy. And also there, Finan Barry, the yardie that used to shout from the touchline, "You're all mouth murderers." He was a funny geezer, he was. He always talk about everybody. He killed this one and that one and everyone and everything, and you know what I mean anyway. So during this time, at one stage you could go to gym with whoever you wanted. It just depending on how many, if you get what I mean, where you run to the board, who gets there first in the morning and signs their name, and then on each wing you can all go at the same time and meet up depending on the numbers, right? But they changed it to you can only go to gym sessions with the workshops or education where you're allocated to. So my work, say I'm on my education, I have it with workshop 3. Who's in workshop 3? BG, Howard Rose, Nookie, Pinnock as well, I think from South London, Delroy Matthews as well, right, the boxer. So I came out of education, to meet them coming down from the workshop to go to the gym at the same time. So we all meet up, hug, spud, whatever the way that we do it. We all head into the gym, into the changing room. The PI comes in and says, "Right, sorry, there's only one choice today. There's no two choices: football and weights, and staying in the gym doing weights. It's either one or the other." So there's oohs and ahs everywhere, but so there's a vote for what we're gonna have. So he says, "Who wants to do football outside?" So 2/3 of the group that we're in puts their hands up, right? So I'm looking around, I'm thinking, oh God, all right, might as well come in. So that the vote is with that is football. So everybody has to get changed to go on the football pitch. But I'm looking around and I realise there's not many good footballers on these classes, right? So I know what kind of game to expect when I go out there. So I go out there anyway. BG's out there. Also out there, you remember the hard man that they used to say that was the hardest in Portsmouth? Gary Saunders. Oh, you don't make me laugh. Oh, one of those days, he threw 3 at me and missed all of them, and I give him my right hand, and big geezer as well. But he couldn't land with his punches. I never got that. The hardest man in Portsmouth. I've met many harder men in Portsmouth, trust me, and he definitely wasn't the hardest man in Portsmouth. So while we're on the pitch, there's another geezer, a living legend called Sean McCarthy from Northwest. Big, white, about 6'3", but built like a tank, just naturally heavy boned, if you get what I mean. And a geezer who just used to like fighting. We never really spoke to anyone, but I knew him from other jails. So I knew what he was like. So we had that kind of mutual understanding. He used to nod to me and I used to nod to him. So the game kicks off. 10 minutes into the game, he gets the ball, but he's holding on to the ball real slow. So BG goes in to tackle him. So B says to BG, mind who you kicking? BG says, what are you talking to? But BG's only really short like me, but McCarthy's about 6'3", 6'4". He decides to headbutt BG, and a little bit of blood comes down here. So I'm thinking, but hold on. Oh no, that means now that I have to get involved because BG, I know from the roadside, so it's my boy Howard's brewing. So all of a sudden, the PI ain't done nothing. He just separated it and left it, and just carried on playing the game. So I said, oh okay then. BG's just walked off the football pitch. Where's he going? BG goes into the changing room. The game continues. BG, all of a sudden, me and Howard are looking at McCarthy like saying, boy, we're going to make a move on you any minute. But before we could do anything, the BG appears running out the changing room with a 5-kilo weight in his hand. He runs at full pelt. The PI comes again. I forgot his name. You lot to remind me of his name. Oh, he's there anyway. So he comes to me and he says, "Oi, Weeks, you watch what you don't come to me." But by that time, we all move in at the same time because we've got no choice. It's a West Side thing, if you get what I mean. So BG comes, and while we're all going towards McCarthy, the PI's in between. BG swings the weight and it hits McCarthy here, but he buckles, wobbles a little bit. But by that time, the alarm's pressed, all the screws come, so we kind of branch off. BG kind of breezes back out, tries to, but you're nicked, mate. You've done that blatantly, so you know him and McCarthy, they go healthcare first, right? Because they both got injuries of some kind. So now, we're on the top wings, and down the bottom wings, McCarthy's at the bottom. So we're all the way up there. Me, Howard, Nookie, Pinnock as well. Delroy Matthews was on the bottom wings as well with Fritz Bell at that time as well, right? So we're all at the top. So when I saw BG coming back from healthcare, he comes back. He says, I says, what? He's satisfied. What we're going to do? He goes, well, I'm not finished. I'm not leaving it like that. The man headbutted me. I said, yeah, but you hit him with the weight. He said to me, nah, Yammy, I'm going for him. What, change at 2 o'clock? Because remember, it's the morning session now. It's lunchtime on the wing. So we're waiting for unlock at 2 o'clock. So BG said, nah, he's going. So I'm saying, what are you telling me? He's saying, it's weapons, let's all get tooled up. So me, Howie, and BG, we all got tooled up. Nookie was walking behind us. So it's 2 o'clock, it's Labour Board time. So I'm going education, they're meant to be going workshop, but we're heading to the bottom wings because we know McCarthy lives down there. But as we turn the corner from the top wings, we do a left, the gym's down there. Who's standing there? McCarthy. True soldier, the bandages round there, right? Standing there like he was expecting us. But I see his face change when he sees us all coming towards him. But at that time, he's standing 5 yards away from the gym gate, where the education is, that side. So the gate opens, the PI with the board, because he's got his class to take now, isn't it? It's a new class, it's 2 o'clock. He sees us all coming, and it's the same PI from the morning. So we walk up, we start running towards McCarthy. He says, Weeks, Yammy, Rose, you're all nicked. And he presses the alarm, the alarm goes. We run towards McCarthy and try and get some pokes in the middle of all the mayhem. He picked up a couple, but nothing major, if you get what I mean. He got away lightly. But they separated it all, right? They brought us all back up to the top wings. They seized Labour. They took McCarthy. McCarthy was a lone soldier. They shipped him out and left us all there. So that is the BG story with Sean McCarthy, right? Gary Saunders, that was that with me and him. What I just told you there, facts, right? And during that time, remember, some of you didn't hear the story with Delroy Matthews, the boxer. My boy, how I love Delroy Matthews from Deptford or Brockley. That's inside Town. When we used to shadowbox. Remember, I told some of you this story before. He was shadowboxing in the mirror for an hour, but he dropped his parcel. It fell out, his weed, and a man picked it up. So at the end of the session, he's feeling his bum. He can't find his parcel. So what does he do? But a man saw the man that picked it up, because Delroy started going around asking, did you see anything? Did you see anything? Did you see anything? Because Delroy is one of those great fighters. I always forget to mention him. Yeah, I ask people about him if you don't believe me. Delroy Matthews, right? So someone saw him pick up. They've told Delroy. So when you come out the gym, Delroy's walked up to the geezer. Geezer's quite tall anyway. He says to him, "You got my parcel?" The geezer said to him, "No." Delroy upped him all over the place. The parcel dropped out. Everyone started laughing. Trust me, those days on the Isle of Wight were proper deep. But BG was a real, true soldier. But so was Sean McCarthy, stand-up guy. Sorry, if anything, Sean, if you get what I mean, if you're listening, no hard feelings, but that's how the game goes sometimes. If you get what I mean, sending love to all of you.